Well, it's about that time again. Hot Wheels has now put out a brand new exclusives to their 20 packs, and here they are. And as you can see, what they basically are recolors, right? But I appreciate the recolor of this one. Let's just open up the box and see what's in there. Let's do it. All right. So as you know on my channel, welcome to my channel. This is the Joy Hunter, also known as PJ Maxx, also known as the Toy Hunter called Joy Hunter. How about all that? So yeah, that's all we do here on this channel is we go on hunts, we do these unboxings, and we just basically keep it fun, yo. And so first up, let's go with the exclusives that are the reason why we started to look at this. And here we go. Take a look at this. This is the 1985 Honda CRX. We've already seen this in red. And here they are doing the same car, this time in blue. Okay, now that's fire. I definitely love this casting to begin with. We've already got it in red. Now we've got it here in this beautiful blue. So as you can see, no details in the back. But definitely you have the side tampos live and full. And let's see, here in the front, yeah, you got cutouts. So those aren't painted in, those are actually cutouts. So how about that? So yes, right here, this is worth it alone. If you're a JDM fan, you want this. So more highlights to come. Okay, the other car that was considered the exclusive or the highlighted exclusive along with that blue CRX is this one. This is D-Muscle. The last time we saw it, it was just dark green. And this is just the poor man's Corvette. You can tell it's basically styled off the Corvette, right? So for me, not necessarily something I'd collect. It's not bad. I mean, it's not like it sucks or anything. You know, it just doesn't have the details here in the back or the front. It's just not a car that I necessarily collect, mainly because I just don't do much with just the fantasy type cars. I'd rather have something that was a real production car. So we've seen this before. This is also in this 20 pack. And what I'm going to do is show you the cars that I think are kind of the ones that are worth buying it for. So for me to buy a 20 pack, there needs to be at least 13 to 14 cars in it, more than half, for me to turn around and buy it. And then the rest of it, I can find people or friends who necessarily would want the fantasy cars, even though I don't collect them. So this is what I would say is, this is good. I would call it a highlight. Now this definitely is a highlight. There was no way I wasn't going to pick this up. So you guys know, if I can get my camera to focus and act right, you see it. It's a GRX 2020 GR Supra with the greedy or the Gretty livery on it. Again, in that fantastic green color with that flake paint. And so, yeah, there was no way I wasn't going to pick this car up. And as you can see here, yeah, it's got all the details on the side livery, but not necessarily in the back. But they do have the livery here in the front. They've got the details here on the front, so that works. Yeah, this car's just badass. And by the way, this would be a non-highlighted exclusive. This car will not be on the card. So if you see this and you want this, get it in that 9-pack or that 20-pack, because this is not going to come out on the card. So this we know is a main line that's on the pegs right now. So you guys see it, right? It's that Porsche Taycan Turbo. And so it's got this other color green fleck paint, but it's nice. It's got the details there in the front. So you can dig that. Solid. And then of course in the back, it also has its details. So this is brand new. This one is from the G case already. So, and that's already hitting the pegs. So this one, definitely worth it. Yeah, I told you, this 20 pack had its goods, boy. This is some of the goods right here. So to go ahead and get this, you see it's the 71 Porsche 911. So take a look at that. This is the Magnus one. So this right now is on the card. This came out in the F case. So that means more than likely it'll be repeated in the G case. So if you didn't get it in the F case, you'll be able to get it then. But just look at that livery. That livery is pretty tight. And then there's that back end. They finished the paint job up, have the nice Porsche insignia on the back. This is gold. This is another reason why I would pick up the 20 pack. Doesn't stop, folks. It keeps getting better. So for those who want to see the bottom, you know what this is. this, although this is the bone shaker. First I thought it didn't say it, but it does. So here you go. You got a turquoise one this time with white wheels. And we know this is a fan favorite of Hot Wheel collectors, just to have something like this. Let me see if I can get that. There we go. That's what I'm trying to show you. But check this out. What does it spell? I don't know. That's the one thing that's a big mystery. I have to get all the cars to try to figure it out. There's just not much information out there about a lot of the Hot Wheels. You really have to kind of figure it out as you go along. This also in this 20 pack. So again, you love this, right? The Subaru WRX STI, right? So I've covered this one before. You got the little pink livery, and then on the front, they got the pink sign here in the front for this. But you gotta love the little badging there on the front. And then of course they did the headlights in, so you love it. The gold wheels are not distracting. They actually set it off a little bit, so I like it. So this car doesn't have any details in the back, but this Subaru makes it noise. Still in here, we got some American muscle now. Now we've got that Mopar in here. We got this Dodge Viper. So here we go, take a look. We've seen this before, so I won't spend a whole lot of time on it, but it is sharp and the stripes are on point. No details on the front end or back end necessarily. So here's the front end. We saw the livery's tight here on the side, but not any details here on the back. But we know it when we still love it. It's a Dodge Viper. Okay, also another reason why I picked it up is this one right here. So when you have this Pagani Huayra in here, the Roadster 2017, this is now recolored in blue. It was white before this, and we know that this is in the F case and G case right about now. So you can find this on the pegs. So this isn't one that you have to buy the 20 pack to get, unless maybe in your area you have this in a 20 pack, but you don't have F case yet or G case. So there it is, left side driver in this Pagani Huayra. You gotta love it. See, hits. It's just all hits here. Take a look at this. So now you see it there. It's that 63 Studebaker. It's in that turquoise. It's got that wonderful side livery here, which is pretty cool. So I'm wondering if the 63 is for the year, but they used it as the number, which is pretty cool. I imagine they did do that. So some cutouts in the front, but not necessarily detailed paint. There it is. Flat top, so you gotta love that. And there we go. No details in the back, but this is not going to be on the card. This is another one of those non-highlighted exclusives that just end up finding their way into these packs. You've seen me do this. For all the Lambo lovers out there, check it out. Here it is. That's that Lamborghini Aventador J. So it's a Roadster. As you can see, the little two-seater Roadster. This, though, what makes it special is that it's in sky blue. This was never on the card in this color. You've seen it in green and other 20 packs and even purple. So they have the painted on headlights. So they do have the details in the front. Just look at that stance of that car. Littles in the front, bigs in the back. You gotta love it. And then of course, there's that back end. No details necessarily, but hey, a sky blue Aventador Lambo. Who doesn't want to see that? This is the recolor that Matt and Debbie Hayes Ford Tbird, right? So this is not come out yet on the card in black. So far, it's been pink, it's been white, but it hasn't been this black and yellow or black and gold. And so I'm happy to have this now, and I'm going to have it now first loose before I actually get it on the card. Now I'm imagining, since this is not in G case, right? I'm imagining that this must be H case. And so we just happened to get this 20 pack before the H case hits here in North Texas. But this is fantastic. I am collecting. This is one of my new favorite castings of the year for Hot Wheels. Now, I wouldn't call these highlights. I would call these kind of like the fantasy cars, the filler cars, or the cars that the kiddos usually like more so than the adult collectors. But if you're an adult collector and you like this, no shame in the game, bro. You got to collect what you love, right? So this is the Hot Wheels Warp Speeder. We've seen this before. And yeah, this is just one of those fantasy pieces. Some people might call it filler, but it's there. It's in the package. So some people might find it might be a good race car for all we know if you like to do downhill racing. Maximum Leeway, another car we've seen a ton of times in these 20 packs and 9 packs. So you see it right there. So I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time because once again, we have seen this several times in all my other unboxing videos. This just happens to be one of the cars that's kind of showing up a little bit as filler. You know, they can't put all the great cars in just one 20 pack. Actually, they could. I'd pay for it, but they won't. So they got to get rid of some of these castings that maybe aren't as popular. So here's another one. This one is the Roadster Bite. So hadn't seen this yet. This is a G case, or yeah, it's a G case casting. So this is on the card right about now. Certainly not something that I would necessarily collect, but hey, it's not offensive. It's not doing anything wrong. It's just, I don't collect it, right? Also up is this. Now, some people might actually love this. They're like, well, how are you going to hate on the Manga car? You know, so this is track Manga. And you know what? It's fine. It's fine. I don't hate it. So as you can see, that's a pretty live livery on it. It's creative. It's got some really sharp lines. It looks like it could slice right through the wind. You know, that front end, that front air splitter is really low. So I can imagine on the track, it kind of bumps a little bit if it's trying to go up on a curve or do the whole loop-to-loop thing. But, you know, I don't hate it. It's not bad. It's just, once again, it's just not something that I don't collect. This looks a lot like that in the Nissan, the Datsun Fairlady Z kind of in the back. Of course, it's not that exaggerated with the spoiler. But yeah, this is also in there. Do you like this one? You know, I could be won over on this one. Just, again, don't collect it. There's only so many cars, right? And then here we go. We've seen this a ton of times. This is that F1 racer. So again, this is kind of one of the filler cars, right? I get F1's a very popular sport, but at the same time, just not what I grew up with. If there's some car racing that I like, it's going to be drag racing. You know, F1's fine, you know, enduro races are fine, NASCAR's fine, but I just grew up with drag racing. This is Slingshot. We've seen Slingshot before. So once again, one of the filler cars that's in here, one of the cars that's all about that fantasy look, right? So that the moms that come in and are just buying, you know, toys for a 5-year-old, a 5-year-old is going to be like, hell yeah, that's cool. But he better not say hell yeah in front of his mom, right? And believe it or not, got an adult collector who likes this. Derek, my boy, and you know what? I'm glad there's somebody who collects this. I'd hate to think that this guy would go to waste because, you know, it's fun. It's a fun idea. You know, I don't have to collect it, but it is fun. So this guy is also in this 20 pack. And just like that, We have to give a shout out to the new subscribers. Subscribers are big here. It makes a big deal because we're trying to build a nice community here of collectors who are going to share tips and your knowledge and all that stuff. So with that, let me give a shout out to the newest subscribers. So that would be Eric Brewer. Welcome to the channel. Also, Black Magic 0955679. Welcome to the channel. And also Jimmy Bonilla. Once again, welcome to the channel. And so we're going to do more than just give you a shout out. Hey, we're going to put your name in the crawl. Check it.